Hello everyone and welcome to the FM network. My name is Ashman and I'm here today as a guest creator to bring you a video on the Wonderkid 11. Remember, if you like what you see, pop a like on the video, scoot yourself over to my channel, give me a sub. Make sure you also do so for the FM network channel as well, because they're doing brilliant things in the community. And I suppose what we should do is get into it. We have me, little baby-faced assassin. Not the good one. Bad one. It's me. That's why I'm currently unemployed. But after, obviously, everything that's going on in the world, there's a massive boom in the gloving industry. Yeovil have been able to do some mad things. Least of which being purchase 11 of the best Wonderkids from around the world and lock them in. But unfortunately, they are all moving over to PSG because we know what PSG do. But they're not doing it for another 15 years. So we've got that time to see what they're going to get up to, see what we can do, and see if they can actually make themselves into a powerhouse in England. Hopefully win a Champions League is what my very ambitious point is for the whole thing. Because I know you see a few where they bring up just one player and they might scoot up a division or two. I want to do a whole 11. I want to see where that takes us. Then after that, we're also going to do another 10 years past them leaving, just to see if Yeovil have managed to establish themselves or if they do just plummet back down the leagues. Be interesting to see that part of it as well. But I'll give you a quick run through the players. So we've got Martin van der Voort in goal. You'll notice that all of them, or vast majority, are going to say they're English. It's just because that's put it as their second nationality. But I do have them as declared with their main, so hopefully it won't affect the English national team too much, but we don't know. Right back, I've gone with Max Aarons. All Wonderkids. I tried to get them all under 20 or 20 thereabouts. So I think he's the oldest player. He's going to be 35 at the end of it. Left back, we've got Nuno Mendes. Sure is a no. I don't even know what I'm trying to say there. You all know exactly who he is. He's not a stranger. That's what I was going for. Their centre back partners are Tanguy Nianzou from PSG, and the one that we all are very aware of, Josko Gvardiol. I'm not sure why he's purple. Gotta be honest. We can try and find that out. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We have Alex Mariba and Camavinga of two of the deadliest centre mids that are going to be for the next 10 or 15 years in world football teaming up. So that's going to be fun to see. We've got Serrano out on the left or the right. I think they're both interchangeable, with the other winger being, I've lost him, Ansu Fati. We've then got Yusuf Demir playing inside those two as the centre attack in mid. And then Yusufa Makoku, because everyone loves him. They just do. And then the one that I love, and he's here just because I've got a problem, Matthias Areza. What a boy. That 11 should do wonderful things. He's on loan at Dinamo at the moment. That's what his purple thing is. So he won't be with us first season, but I'm sure that the other 10 players can make mincemeat of the Vanarama National League, and then he should return next year. So what we're going to do is skip forward 5 years, and we're going to see how they get on. Realistically, I'm hoping for it to be at least a championship. 5 years on, my guy is still looking as youthful and creepy as ever, mainly because his picture's not going to change, but don't concern yourself about it. The Yeovil job isn't available, however the Liverpool one is, so that's fun. We are going to go into it via the Premier League. Let's go in this way. So they're nowhere to be seen in the Premier League. We'll go down to the Championship. There they are. So they've made it all the way up to the Championship within those 5 years. Oh, okay, no, they did get into the Premier League. So they made 4 successive promotions into the Premier League, which they've just been relegated out of. So if we go into the stages, and we'll see where they finished last year. So it was only just out, it was 2 points shy. So, considering they've had 4 successive promotions, I don't think that's a bad showing in the Premier League at all. I've missed it. Oh, what have I done here? We'll go back to Yeovil. We've got still Ansu Fati, Mariba, Camavinga. Darren Sarl is absolutely loving life. He's been gifted a good career. He's got 4 promotions on his record, and if we're being honest, they've been gifted to him. As you'd expect, it's been title win every season, so we'll have to follow up through our leagues with them. So we'll go to the National League in that first season, in which Yeovil won with 1 loss to Notts County, 2-0, 7 draws, 36 wins, and 115 points. That is obscene. Love it. Absolutely love it. The following year, they then won again with 111 points. Again, a further 1 loss, which was a 2-0 against Plymouth. It's just the 2-0s. They need to cut them out. They need to stop that. Conceded 32 goals. That is daft. The season after that, they then won the league once more, but with 8 losses. That's shocking. Blues are in the League One. What a shame. What a shame that is. They're still top 200 points though. To be fair, I'd expect to be getting stronger. I know they're playing much stronger opposition, but your players are getting into their not their primes, because they're probably still only just teenagers. But they're going to be getting much stronger at this point. They did get promoted again from the Championship, as we're aware of, but they were in 5th place, 85 points, so it's still a really good showing from them. Probably that one they could have done without, but the promotion's going to give them a lot of money in, and they've got these players that are on £500 a week and are arguably 11 of the best players in the world, so I don't think money's going to be much of an issue from them at the moment. And then, as we saw last year in the Premier League, they've finished just outside the safety. Anything? Tottenham won the league. Right, I don't believe this. I'm happily on board with a massive uplift in the glove industry. Yeovil being able to invest millions of pounds in 11 of the best Wonderkids in the world. I'm on board for that. I can believe it. Tottenham win the league. I'm out. That shattered the illusion for me. That we'll be back in another 5 years. I hope to see that they are secure in the Premier League. Maybe pushing for Europe. Hopefully, they've had a season or so. But we'll go and find out.
5 years later,
we are back once more. No hints yet. We have just had a World Cup year though, or at least we partial way through a World Cup. We'll go straight to the Premier League, and we'll hope to see them there. They're there. They've done it. They haven't won. Come to be expected. But they're there. They got promoted again, 2nd, so they had a much stronger year. Eddie Howe is in charge. Of course he is. Has he been there since 28? No, he's only recently taken charge. So who was the manager prior to that then? Peter Murphy was a caretaker for 15 days. Oh no, yeah it is. Sorry, completely lied. So Saul got sacked. Not sure when Saul got sacked. Not sure why. Just sacked him. He finished 2nd in the Championship and then they sacked him. So maybe they're having a weak season. They just binned him off. But since then, Eddie Howe's took over. They've finished 12th, 11th, 9th and 8th. So they're climbing up the league by the looks of it. They're going to have... cohesion will be through the eyeballs at the moment, which is ideal. So here we are. So 12th, 45 points. Then they've come through with 48 points. Ooh, they actually got the Europa League as well. 54 points. Oh, look at that. 51. Happy days. So they got into the Europa League. So, how did they do that? We'll go to the general screen, I believe. Not that one. It's not the one I wanted. Competitions. There we go. So, they have won the FA Cup. There you go. First bit of silverware on the board. They've won the FA Cup. Happy days. Well done, Whitetown. Should we find out who they played? Let's have a look. So we need to go all the way down to the final and put it to the previous year. They beat Tottenham on penalties. Of course they did. It's only Tottenham. Don't care for him. Get out of here. Kean Kennedy's their best young player. Don't know why I've done that. I don't have any way to actually scout him. It's their best young player, though, apparently. He's doing all right. They're still knocking about at Huish Park, but it's got 18,500 seats now, rather than, I think, 7 or something. It wasn't a particularly large stadium prior to that. They're doing good, you know. We'll see how the players themselves have been getting on. I mean, more than anything, the only one we care about realistically is it's going to be a Razor, isn't it? He's not having a great time. He was living life in the Vanarama. Then he's kind of just stopped playing him, which is good of them. We'll go tactics. Have they brought in any other players that aren't as? So they've got a Yanis Hadji they've brought. A Maori. He's not real. They've got this fella on loan, Sebastian Aguirre. Again, not real. Do you know what? They're putting together a decent team. They're not even playing. Endevour is just down here. He's having a bit of a stinker. He's not having a great time, is he? I don't know. I don't know if it was right of me to not let them sign. I like the idea that they could sign players as well and improve outside of the Wonderkids that we've put in. Nah, do you know what? They've done all right. Let's leave them to it. We'll have a look at the transfer history after. But I think what we'll do is jump forward another 5 years, see where they are at the very peak of, not the peak, should we say, the end of these players' contracts, and see where they've left them, and we'll see where they go for another 10 years after that. They've got a continental reputation, and they're rich, which, as expected, they've been in the Premier League for a bunch of years now, and they're playing their strong 11 players. Literally nothing. Happy days. For the first time, we actually have got Yeovil on this front screen, but it's only that a player's sealed a move to them, so I won't click on it because it doesn't mean anything to us. I'm expecting Champions League, and I'm hoping for a Premier League win. We'll have a look. Tottenham have lost their manager, or at least probably got rid of him, should we say. Let's have a little look and see what's going on. They haven't won it. That's upsetting. I was hoping they'd be able to have won it by now, but we'll scoot back our 5 years, which was this season, I believe. Following year, they finished 7th, so they did get the Europa, what's it called? Conference League. Then they got the Europa League after that in 6th. They've just been steadily going up like one position each year, and then 8th. That's kind of just cacked on what I had. And then back down to 11th. It's probably because their main players are pretty old now. And then back to 9th. So they're steady mid to higher table. Mid to higher Premier League team, should we say. They're doing all right. Have we had any more league wins or anything in there? So they've only won the FA Cup. They did win the Conference League the year they were in it. There's nothing else other than that, is it? These are all the old ones. The Papa John's Trophy, they won on the way up. The National League, they won in 2021. League 2, 2022. League 1, we were aware of that. The Community Shield, they actually won in 2029. Championship we were aware of. And as I say, the Conference League. So, no, they didn't actually win the Europa League or anything of that nature. I'm thinking what we can do. We'll have a look at competitions. We'll go to the Europa League. We'll see how they've done. So they lost on away goals in the second knockout round. And then they also lost on aggregate on the second knockout round. So they've never got past that. And they've never actually been in the Champions League. So, yeah, not convincing, should we say. But they've done all right. They've not done too bad. We'll see how the players have been getting on then since we've been there. So, Maxi Aarons is now 35. He had... Is there any way to quick look? I suppose here, isn't it? 607, 17 goals, 45, an average of 7.15. So that's pretty sturdy, that is. He only likes playing with teams in green as well, by the looks of it. Makoku literally is his whole career at Yeovil. 490 games, 172 scored. Average rating of 7.1. Well, 7.2. That's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Yusuf Demir should be one of the best players in the game at the moment. So what's he got? 5'6'4", 120. But he's not being convincing. He's picked up in this last season, to be fair. It's his best season that he's had. It's all right. It's all right. Mariba, what have you got, kid? He's 36. 7 point. It's always looking at like, all right. That's probably the most. He's been the worst. He played one game in the Championship, had an 8.5. Didn't play him again. That was good of him. He had a 5.6 that year. Oh, Jesus. He hasn't set the world on fire as a goalie, has he? Arezzo, you'll do better than that for me, lad. I'll bring you in. I'll bring you in soon on one of my saves. I had him on my one save. And because I was fiddling about with adding and removing leagues, they just deleted him. Gutted. Absolutely gutted I was. Nianzu, how have you got on? I'm not going to look at them all. I've looked at most of them, but they've done right. They've just been mediocre at best. Spending a lot of money and not really bringing a lot in. So I'm just going to flick through the amounts that they've been spending, and if there's any names that we see or any big fees. 22 million. That would have been the year they were in like League One. That is. That's mad. What are they playing at? That would probably be Championship, to be fair. 76 million. I expect that was the first Premiership season. Chuba Akpom for 9.75 million. Joe Rondon for 30. Big money spent there. A little bit in. Alfie Moon. Oh no, it's Ali Moon. It's not the guy from EastEnders. Rodon. They didn't sign him again. He was just on the crossover. Luis Maximiliano. Yeah, he's just a lot of money. Any names that we like? Matthias Saru. Fantastic. Love it. Definitely getting Freddy vibes from him. He'll hopefully make them champions. Love it. Yanis Hadji is 36. He's joined the old man club. Fantastic. They've definitely been spending their money. What they've got now is 10 years after I leave them to see what they're getting up to. They've moved to a new ground, to the Terry Skiverton Park. That was back in the day when I started following him. Terry Skiverton. What's his face at the centre back? Do you know, I always have this guy's name, and then as soon as I actually want to say it, completely gone. Then you've got Phil Jevons as well. It's beautiful. They were absolutely terrible. Chrissy Wheeling goal. Wonderful times. We're going to skip forward those 10 years now. See where they've got up to. So here we are again. Nesbitt's completed his move to the under-18s. I couldn't care less. If we're going to be honest, I couldn't care less. Where do we think Yeovil are? Shall we start in National League and work our way up? I think that sounds like a best bet. Hopefully they're not all the way back down here. So Vanarama National League. The holders are Blackpool. There's no Yeovil to be seen. Happy days. League 2. Again, no Yeovil to be seen. Holders are Burton. League 1. I'm starting to get a bit nervous now with my clicks. I think Championship might be what we're looking. No Yeovil to be seen. No big teams either, really. Okay, considering we're 25 years in the future, are there any teams that have dropped down? Nah, so we might as well have a little look at that. Championship. They're still not to be seen. I think they're still there. Imagine if they've just completely flopped, just gone. Man U are doing their usual thing and just completely dominated. Shropshire's the manager. I love to see it. Fantastic. They're worldwide. I don't know why they're worldwide. They've not done anything really, unless they've been challenging for Europe again. But when did we leave? It was 35. It was about here. So they've gone 5th, 10th, 13th. Again, kind of like you're looking at like an Everton here, which isn't bad at all. But it's not exactly what I was hoping for. They have won the Europa League now, and they've won the Super Cup. And they've won the Champions Conference Shield, whatever it is, again. So, do you know what? They've done right. The Europa Cup was in 37, so that was 2 years after we left them. So we'll have a little look who they played in the final. If I can. There it is. They beat Atalanta 2-0. I'm not able to see it. That's understandable, to be fair. They're still knocking about at Terry Skiverton Park. Terrell Forbes, that's the Badger's name. What a guy. Yeah. Do you know what? I'd say that was a success. All they need to do then, in real life, if they want to become a Premier League team, is just take 11 of the best young players around the world, lock them into 15-year contracts. Bob's your uncle. I'm more than willing to be their manager if that's what they want to fund. I don't see that's unreasonable. That's it for today's video. If you do have any comments, pop them down below. Now, either myself or a member of the network will respond to that for you. Thanks again to the network themselves for allowing me to be a guest creator. And remember again to sub to their channel, like the video. Just do it. Bing the bell. Do everything. If you like what you see from myself, pop over to my channel. I've got a few saves going on at the moment. I've got one with Cadbury, who are a tier 10 team that we've taken up to the top. And also got my kind of doll boy one. I would say it's my flagship episode, but it's the first year I've been doing it, so I can't really call it a flagship at the moment. But we've gone for a unbadged, unexperienced, and just seeing where it takes us.